Hey, what's up you guys? It's JD here, and today the topic I wanted to go over is a day in the life of a real estate agent. I wanted to go over this because a couple people have reached out to me and asked me what being a real estate agent is like, and I wanted to clear up a lot of fallacies that I think people have in that, yes, you do go take people out and tour homes, but that's only just a small part of the job. It's not all rainbow and glitter like you see on HGTV, and there's a lot of other aspects to the work that goes into being a real estate agent that you don't see behind the scenes. So without further ado, we'll get into what that entails. In my opinion, the biggest aspect of the job as a real estate agent is marketing yourself. You could be the best real estate agent ever, but if no one knows that you are an agent, your talent and your skill is just going to go to waste. So it's really important to put yourself out there and let people know why they should work with you. What are you bringing to the table that's going to make them want to work with you, that's going to impact their purchase or their rental or make their lives better? Just like any other business, you as a real estate agent are your own business, and it's all about marketing yourself. When you're first starting out as an agent and no one really knows that you're in the game yet, it might be helpful to work with a senior agent who's been doing it a bit longer. It can help you with figuring out how to generate leads and maybe even give you a lead or two here and there. Now, the other aspect of the job that I mentioned earlier that most people think is all of the job is the actual showings. And that part is really fun. It's nice. As long as you go out and you be genuine, you'll make small talk here and there, but you will build connections and friendships throughout the job, and it is a social job. So I highly recommend getting into being a real estate agent for that reason. If you enjoy being social, it just makes the job that much more fun for you. But at the same time, the showings aren't all they're cracked up to be, right? Eventually you've gone through so many houses that it's not as magical. But what is cool still is that the more you do the job, you'll start to see pictures online, and just by checking out pictures, you'll start to catch things with your eye that most people won't catch. And at the end of the day, even some houses that you go through, there will be something different or two that you didn't expect from seeing the pictures, and that's why we do the tours, and you don't just go off the pictures. Seeing it is such a big difference. So yes, showings is a big part of the job. It's a fun part if you're social, and if your passion is towards things like HGTV, then it really is living like real life HGTV, but now you're getting paid for it. So it can be cool, the showings are cool, but I'm gonna get into a couple more aspects that you're gonna need to also enjoy if you wanna get into real estate. A major factor that plays into being a good real estate agent is knowing your market. So you need to figure out where you wanna work and get to know that area like the back of your hand. It's super important that you know the values in the area, what the crime is like in the area, what you can expect houses to be like in the area or apartments. And all of this is super important because you're helping someone with where they're gonna live, and you wanna put your buyers or tenants in the right place, or you wanna be able to help your seller or landlord sell for the top dollar. You wanna know what's good about what they have so that you can advertise it the right way. So it's important not to forget that doing background research and marketing are going to be a huge part of this job, and that's going to be time you spend in the background just playing around. And sometimes you'll get this just by boots on the ground, going out to places and gaining experience through the job, but that entails you actually going out to do that. So that's time that you're putting in on your own in the background to get experience that you might not necessarily get paid for right now. And it's all goes back to the fact that you should be passionate about it in the first place and want to be doing this research regardless of whether or not you're getting paid, just because you're interested. And then you can use that to your advantage when it comes time to actually help someone out with a real estate transaction. When you're going to get into real estate, I know you're probably dreaming of the flexibility and not having anyone else tell you when to work or where to work. And that's true to a great extent. But now you need to remember that some aspects of real estate are time sensitive, and you're gonna have to step away and take a phone call here and there and be on top of communication in order to get what's best for your client. A lot of times your clients are gonna wanna go see things on nights or weekends when they're not working, so you're gonna end up working nights or weekends. Again, you can schedule these as you wish, but the more often you're available, the better you can service your clients. And the less flexible you are, the less you're gonna be able to service them. So the freedom and your success are kind of counterbalanced in a sense, and it's important you remember this. And if you don't like to talk to people and pick up the phone and call people you don't know, then it's gonna be tough to get into real estate, because it's a lot of communication with a lot of different people, and it's not too typical to be working with the same people over and over and over again unless you do a whole lot of deals. But still, the market's a big place and you're gonna be communicating with new people all the time, and that's something you just have to get comfortable with. Let's get into literally what the day-to-day is like in real estate. You're gonna be doing CRM, which is client relation management, and you're gonna be checking in on your clients. You're going to be checking in on deals that are currently going on, and you're going to be sending emails, texts, all types of different follow-ups with people to make sure you're helping your clients get what they want, and that in the future your clients are thinking of you for when they're going to need you for something important. That's marketing yourself, and that's a huge part of the job and takes up, I'd say, about 30 to 40% of the time. On top of that, you do have to do a decent amount of market research, and in order to really service your clients the right way, you're gonna have to get to know your market, and you're gonna have to be immersed in real estate. So I would say that's another 30% of your time at the least. This is something you'll get as you work with clients and get more experience and are putting your boots on the ground. So it's not something to overthink. Another aspect is the showings, and that's a very small amount of the time that you're actually putting into real estate, because you're often in and out of a rental in 10-15 minutes. You may be in and out of a house that someone might be purchasing 20 to 30 minutes. A lot of the back end work in the marketing yourself and knowing everything you need to know about the property going into it and the area takes a significant amount more time than the showing. So that's something to keep in mind when you go to try to plan your day-to-day. For me, my schedule ends up being a lot of the marketing yourself on the days that I physically can't show things. I do a lot of different work, and I try to make sure that in my downtime, I'm setting up appointments and I'm doing the market research I need to do to make sure the transactions are successful and my clients get the best. But I try to break it down so that I'm actually only doing showings maybe 1 or 2 days a week when I am available, and the rest of the time is all just set up for getting to those showings and performing well during those showings. And that's really the day-to-day, the week-to-week of a real estate agent. You're going to be doing a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, a lot of marketing, a lot of follow-up, and then here and there, boots on the ground. That could be a little bit every day, or that could be a lot in one day. However you want to break it up, there is the flexibility that so many people desire. I appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you will like it. Comment below if you have any questions, and if there's anything specific I can answer for you. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Financial Freedom Weekly.